Hey guys, welcome to Manifesting Better. I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available. The link for that too is in the description box below. So, today's success story is something that you will love. It's a success story where there are a lot of circumstances involved. There was a friends with benefit situation. From there, it went to no contact. From there was a third party involved. And a lot of things happened. And eventually, now the third party is gone. My client is engaged and they are planning to get married soon. I get a lot of success stories and I post them in a chronological order. But I got this one and I thought that it would be better if I make a video on it. I asked the permission from my client and she gave me the permission. And I also got all the details that you guys would probably want. So in this video, I will cover everything from start to end. I will be talking about how she was, what the situation was when we met, what are the things that were the issues in relation to her situation, what are the things that we worked on, and how did she finally get results. So when this client finally came to me, she was in a friends with benefit situation with a person. And this was not a friends with benefit situation she was happy with. So the situation was that she wanted a relationship and this guy at this moment didn't want the relationship, but they were getting involved physically and there was intimacy involved. And what was happening is that the reason that she was staying in this friends with benefit situation was based out of fear. So this was not because she fully wanted it. It was based out of fear because in her mind, she thought that if I don't stay in this friends with benefit situation, I won't get what I want. There was constant manipulation of circumstances, which means that sometimes she used to post stories that he will see just so that he can reply back, or she used to, try to play power games, a little bit of those things which are promoted by relationship and dating coaches. And that's fine. Like, I don't have anything against that. But in manifestation, those things often don't work. So there was a lot of trying to manipulate the circumstances. There was a lot of ways where she was trying to seek his attention, trying to withdraw her attention so that he can give her more, and trying to say things and trying to create jealousy and all these things. Then what also was there is that there was a lot of, so when we introspected about her, when we went back into her situation, her past, her relationships, we realized that there was a lot of feeling of unsafety in relation to relationships. So her mind had actually categorized the concept of relationships as something that was unsafe, as something that has the tendency to hurt, as something that will leave her abandoned or leave her with rejection. And there was a lot of fear in regards to men. So men, in her mind, she had an image of men that men cannot be trusted. Men cannot be trusted in regards to relationships. Men can cheat, men can leave you. And because of that, of course, she was manifesting a situation in between her and the specific person where she got some of what she wanted, but she never got the full thing because her mind actually was not feeling safe with the idea of receiving the relationship. In simple terms, her mind was actually not allowing the full relationship to come. The next thing that was there was a lot of resistance. So a lot of resistance, like a lot of fears, because when we start inculcating the new beliefs in our mind, resistance starts to come up. So a lot of fears start to come up, fears in relation to relationships, fear in relation to resistance. Like a lot of things start to come up that tell you that, hey, you feel unsafe around this, do you really want to go into this? So a lot of things were coming up in regards to that. Another thing was that there was a potential third party. At that time, there wasn't any situation with this third party, but because they were in a friends with benefit situation and he was involved with other people too, so the friends with benefit situation, this other person was a potential third party in her situation. Another thing was that there was a lack of boundaries and a lack of self concept, because a good self concept in relation to relationships, because in her mind she was clear that she wants a relationship, but she was settling based on fear. There was a lot of fear in relation to, do I actually deserve this relationship? And there was a lot of deflection, like she was running away from the idea of being with this person and actually just in her mind trying to play it safe. So our mind actually tries to play it safe, and it says that, hey, if something is not working, just drop it, just move away. Every man will hurt you. Yeah, relationships don't work out, because mind actually doesn't consider being in a relationship as safe. Also, there was a lack of putting up of boundaries. So the first thing that we did was that we worked a lot on our self concept. Now, self concept is a very wide term, it depends on a person to person. But first, we worked on the safety in regards to relationships. We used affirmations, we used breath work, we used some night tapes, which we made affirmations in relation to only her. Then we used to do daily tasks because she was a long term client. So we used to be in contact every day. So we used to do daily tasks, small things in relation to the manifestation process, small introspection tasks. We talked a lot about boundaries. We talked a lot about creating safety in regards to relationships, which we primarily did through affirmations and night tapes. And then we made a process on how to deal with the resistance when it comes up. We finalized like a few things that we will do if resistance comes up, and how to move forward and work on that. Another thing that we did and we worked on was getting a clear idea on what we want, and making sure that we don't settle for anything less. So we started working a lot on boundaries. We started working a lot on things where we started to create boundaries, not just with him but with other people too. So boundaries were created in relationships and in other situations. Eventually, what happened is we decided that it's best at this moment to walk away from the physical world, and we made it clear to him that, hey, and not in a reactive way, but in a responsive way, that, hey, I want a relationship, and I know that at this moment you cannot offer it to me, and that's fine. But I cannot settle for the friends with benefit situation that we have right now because it doesn't fulfill me. And this was not done to manipulate him. This was done to respect yourself and to actually stand up for what you want. This guy left, he went on and he said that I am going to give it a shot with the third party. But by that time, the self concept had grown so much, the power in her had grown so much, and the confidence in her had grown so much that she said that, okay, you want to be with the third party, that's fine, go ahead. I know I am the prize, I know what I offer, and I know no one else can offer you the things that I can. If you want to be with me, you have to show up in a disciplined way. Otherwise, there is no reason for me to be with you, because I'm offering you a healthy relationship, a long term healthy commitment where I will love you in a beautiful way, where I will provide you love and commitment and attention and affection. And I expect the same back, which is nothing wrong. I expect the same kind of love and attention and care back from you. And that is what I will settle for and nothing less, because I know that I deserve that, and I know that you are capable of giving it to me, and I know that we together will be great. Eventually, sometime after that, I think 3 to 4 weeks, this guy showed up. He started to say that, hey, all this while that I was with the third party, I was thinking about you. I couldn't stop thinking about you, and I couldn't. The reason that I went to the third party was somewhere because I was working on my own stuff. And I now realize that I want to be with you and you alone. I want to be with you, and I am going to commit to you. Then she said that they later, after some time of dating, got engaged. Now that they are engaged, they are looking for homes, they are looking to plan their wedding, and they are planning to get married in this year. She said that I also manifested my dream car. So, this was the success story. Some small tips that I will give you in regards to this and that you should be following, which will come into account for you, is that it's very important to feel safe with the idea of what you want to receive. So, once I start working on myself, that doesn't mean that I will instantly start feeling safe with things. There will be resistance that comes up, and you need to have effective measures on how to deal with the down days, because someone who is a great manifester, or like people call it master manifester, is not someone who doesn't ever have bad days. It's actually someone who, when they have low days, when they have feelings that come up that are opposite to what they want, they learn to deal with it, and they learn to not associate with them and not act on them. Another thing that will really help you is creating boundaries. And I have covered this in detail in my self concept course, that there are three different kind of boundaries. But the more important ones are the boundaries that you keep for yourself, Which means if I say that I'm going to do something, if I am telling myself that I want something, then I need to stick with that. Because if I myself don't stick with that, then the whole world has no reason to give me what I want. Because if my boundaries towards myself aren't permanent, then what reason does the world have to give me anything that I want? The way that we show up in front of ourselves is the way that the world shows up in front of us. And that relationship has to be consistent, and that relationship has to be something full and respectable. That's the way that we get what we want. I will see you guys in the next video. The next video is going to be very interesting, and hope you enjoyed the success story. Click the like button if you liked the video. Subscribe and turn the notifications on for more such content. Comment down your video suggestions, and I will see you guys in the next one.